Hey guys, thanks for checking out Mad Chatter with D&E, The Essentials. On this episode, we're doing a little bit of a flashback to myself and E's childhood. We're going to be talking about professional wrestling. Specifically, we are going to give you our top 5 essential finishers / signature moves in the world of wrestling. So we'll be dipping into the world of WCW, WWF that we grew up with, in the WWE universe that we have now. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pause myself. I'm gonna let E jump in. He'll give you his 5. I'll give you my 5, and we'll see what you think.
All right, man. I'm gonna take it back a little bit. I got Bret Hart as number 5 for my top finisher, the sharpshooter. When he locked it in the middle of the ring, man, you knew it was over. You knew they were going to be shaking their heads and saying, "I give."
Oh, yeah, they weren't getting to the ropes when that was locked in. Not when he locked it in.
No. Just watching them win titles with that, it was pretty dope. Number 4, I have the Diamond Cutter, the RKO before the RKO, for the young kids out here. Watching him just knock somebody out with that out of nowhere was pretty dope. If you get a chance, YouTube Diamond Cutter on the Giant, and it's pretty legit.
Yeah, nothing Randy Orton has done in his career even compares to that move. That is probably the best RKO out of nowhere, and it wasn't even called the RKO.
Yeah. Someone before him, you could just knock it out. Again, out of nowhere is number 3, the Stone Cold Stunner. He would just hit you with it. Sometimes he'd set you up with the 2 middle fingers or the head nod. He'd do it before. Sometimes he'd do it after. It was pretty dope just watching him catch somebody and watching them not be able to take it. Some guys were horrible at it. Some guys like The Rock sold it like a champ doing the flip.
Oh, yeah, they flipped 3 times in the ring after they got hit with it, and some dude just crumpled. Like, I think that guy might have actually just broken his nose.
Yeah. Before him, number 2, I have Shawn Michaels' Sweet Chin Music. Another move that will catch you off guard, just catch you out of nowhere. And he would hit his leg and just make it pop. It was pretty dope. And again, you can see the guys not being able to take it. They'll just botch it up pretty bad, but it was pretty funny. And number 1, I have Chris Jericho's Lion Tamer, not the Walls of Jericho, the real Lion Tamer where he put his knee on your neck and you knew it was over with. Nobody was getting out of that one.
No, yeah, if his weight shifts the wrong way, you're probably spending the night in the hospital. That move legitimately looked like it hurt.
Yeah, that was a dope one.
All right, so my 5, to give a little preface to my 5, the criteria that I gave my finishers / signatures isn't necessarily about real world effectiveness of the move, but I'm looking more at the theatrics to go into it and the setup and how it was executed by each individual wrestler. So at number 5, I have Bill Goldberg with the spear, followed by the jackhammer. Now, the spear is essentially a tackle. I know that if a guy that big tackles you, it's probably going to hurt and lay you out. But, the spear has been used by a lot of people. Edge has used it. Roman Reigns is using it now.
They don't do it like Goldberg.
They do not do it like Goldberg. And just that finisher, that big suplex with the turn straight into the pin, yeah, he hit that and everybody was done. So I got that at 5. Coming in at 4, we have a little bit of overlap here. I've got the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and his Sweet Chin Music. When his foot would start tapping, you knew it was over. Those cowboy boots straight to the chin, you were done for. That was one of those that, you almost wanted to see him mess it up. You wanted to see the guy miss his mark and actually take it because he might have to get his jaw realigned after the fact. Coming in my number 3, this is where we start really getting into some theatrics. I have The Undertaker with the Tombstone Piledriver. Now, The Undertaker's had a ton of moves throughout the years. He had the last ride, the power bomb. He's got a submission move now. He did the walk the tightrope stuff. But of all of those, the Tombstone Piledriver is my absolute favorite. I know when he executes it, their head doesn't actually hit the ground anymore.
Not anymore, but back in the day, man, it was like a spike.
It's modified and everything, but it's just the way he sets it up. It's the throat slash, followed by putting him into the pile driver, and the way he crosses their hands and, the last rights pin kind of thing. That was great. I absolutely loved that. Followed at number 2, I have The Rock with the rock bottom followed by the people's elbow. Again, moves that are probably not that effective. If I hit you with the rock bottom, you're probably going to walk right back up. If I hit you with the people's elbow, you're just going to be pissed off at me because I just like took 30 seconds to just lay on top of you at the end of it all.
Point at different directions.
Oh, man, but like just the setup for that was great. He would hit the rock bottom, he would stand, he'd kick their arms to the side, he'd pull that elbow pad off, hit the ropes twice, and then drop the big elbow on you. That was fantastic. I absolutely loved that move. It's an all-time great in my book. And at number one, my favorite wrestler, most people in my age range demographics' favorite wrestler of all time, is Stone Cold and his stunner. That kick to the gut followed by the stunner. Dudes flipping across the ring, rolling out from underneath the ropes. I mean, he hit everyone with that. There was a stretch in wrestling where that's all he did. We were talking about that earlier. He was a little banged up for a while and couldn't do real in-ring action, but it doesn't take a lot to execute the stunner. So he just that's how WWF built him. Yeah. He was the guy that just went through the crowd, went through the back, and he was just wrecking shop. Stunners for everybody.
Yeah, pretty awesome watching him knock out people. Not being able to wrestle, so just get on the mic and do a stunner to Vince McMahon, the King, those guys.
Oh, absolutely. Stone Cold is a true legend. All right, guys, that has been the Essentials for Mad Chatter with D&E. We hope you dug this. We're going to have more content just like this coming your way. This is a segment that we really plan to push and have dropping on you. We will be coming at you next. Be on the lookout for another WWE professional wrestling related topic when we talk about the 5 worst moves in wrestling history. We'll be back.